If you're over 60 and using turmeric for joint pain, inflammation, heart health, or memory support, you need to hear this. Because right now, 3 everyday foods, yes, the kind you probably eat without thinking, could be silently blocking turmeric from doing its job. Not just dulling its benefits, but actually triggering inflammation, messing with digestion, and holding your body back from the healing it deserves. You trust turmeric for a reason. That golden spice in your tea, smoothie, or supplements, it's powerful. But only if you're pairing it right and avoiding the wrong combos. The truth is, your body could be working harder than it has to and still not getting relief. But there's hope, and it's simple. In this video, I'll reveal the 3 common foods that cancel out turmeric's effects, and the 3 that supercharge its power. Once you know how to use this spice right, you can feel better, move easier, and age with strength and clarity. So before we jump in, hit that subscribe button and tap the bell so you never miss another tip designed with you in mind. And if this video helps you, drop a 1 in the comments. If not, hit 0 and let me know how I can do better for you. Let's get into it. 3 foods that make turmeric work better. 1. Black pepper, the absorption booster. Let me tell you about something surprisingly small that can make a massive difference in how turmeric works in your body. Black pepper. Yes, that everyday spice sitting quietly in your kitchen could be the one thing standing between you and the full healing power of turmeric. For many older adults, turmeric has become a trusted companion, easing joint stiffness, calming inflammation, supporting memory, and even helping with heart health. But what most people don't know is that without the right partner, turmeric can pass through your system almost untouched. That partner? Black pepper. Here's the science in simple terms. Turmeric's active compound, curcumin, is incredibly powerful, but also incredibly hard for the body to absorb. In fact, when taken on its own, almost all of it gets flushed out before your body can use it. But when paired with black pepper, especially freshly ground pepper, something amazing happens. Black pepper contains a compound called piperine, which increases curcumin's absorption by up to 2,000%. That's not a typo, 2,000%. Just a tiny bit of black pepper can make all the difference between turmeric just passing through your body and turmeric actually doing its job. Take Helen, for example. She's 67, active, and swears by her golden milk every evening. For months, she mixed turmeric powder with warm almond milk and a dash of honey. It was soothing, sure, but her joint pain hadn't improved much. One day, her daughter mentioned adding a pinch of black pepper. Skeptical but curious, Helen tried it. Within weeks, she noticed a real shift. Less morning stiffness, easier walks, even better sleep. It wasn't magic. It was science. And a simple change made all the difference. But here's the catch. Not just any black pepper will do. One of the biggest mistakes people make is using old pre-ground pepper that's been sitting in the pantry for months or even years. Over time, piperine degrades, and what's left is more flavor than function. For best results, black pepper should be freshly ground, added into warm dishes or drinks alongside turmeric. Think golden turmeric tea with a dash of black pepper, or a hearty butternut squash soup seasoned with both turmeric and freshly cracked pepper. The warmth helps activate the compounds, and the combo creates a synergy your body truly benefits from. Many seniors take turmeric faithfully, hoping to ease chronic pain or preserve their health as they age. But if it's not paired correctly, they're missing out on its true potential. It's a frustrating truth, one that can feel like a betrayal of trust in something so natural and promising. But it's also an easy fix. And knowing this, understanding this, puts the power back in your hands. The takeaway is simple but vital. Turmeric and black pepper are a duo, a team. One doesn't work nearly as well without the other. When you include freshly ground black pepper in your turmeric routine, whether it's a tea, a smoothie, or a warm meal, you unlock the healing potential you've been hoping for. It's a small step, but for those of us navigating the physical changes that come with age, it could be a game changer. A little pepper, a little knowledge, and a lot more comfort in your day. 2. Raw honey, a natural anti-inflammatory partner. There's something beautifully simple, almost nostalgic about honey. Maybe it reminds you of childhood, the spoonful stirred into warm tea when you had a sore throat, the comforting sweetness drizzled on toast. But raw honey, the kind that's never been heated or overly processed, is more than just a treat. For seniors looking to ease inflammation naturally and support their bodies gently, it's a quiet powerhouse and an ideal partner for turmeric. Raw honey is nature's sweet anti-inflammatory. It's rich in enzymes, antioxidants, and natural compounds that support your immune system and reduce inflammation without the harsh effects of over-the-counter medications. When combined with turmeric, especially in its raw or powdered form, honey enhances the body's ability to absorb curcumin, the key compound in turmeric known for its healing properties. Together, they create a powerful duo that supports your joints, calms the gut, and even offers a boost to cognitive function. But not all honey is created equal, and that's where many well-meaning people get it wrong. Let's talk about John. He's 72, a retired firefighter, and someone who swore by turmeric for his arthritic knees. Every morning, he'd mix turmeric powder with warm water and a big squeeze of honey. But after months of this routine, he saw little change. He began to think maybe turmeric wasn't for him. Then, during a visit to a local farmer's market, he picked up a jar of raw, unfiltered honey on a whim. It was cloudier, thicker, not nearly as clear or golden as the supermarket version. The vendor explained that it hadn't been pasteurized, so all the beneficial enzymes and healing compounds were still intact. John started using it in his morning turmeric mix, and within a few weeks, he noticed something. The stiffness in his knees eased. He could stand up faster, climb stairs more easily. For him, the change was subtle but undeniable. The only thing he'd switched? The honey. You see, the kind of honey sold in most big-box grocery stores is typically heated, filtered, and refined until it's little more than liquid sugar. It may taste sweet, but the therapeutic properties are long gone. What your body needs, especially as it begins to age and respond more slowly to synthetic treatments, is real, raw honey. This honey might look a little cloudy, might even crystallize over time, but that's the good stuff. That's where the enzymes live. That's where the gentle anti-inflammatory action comes from. One of the most effective ways to use this duo is by creating what some call a golden spoon, a simple mix of turmeric and raw honey taken first thing in the morning. Or for something more soothing, you can stir both into a warm cup of tea in the evening. Either way, the goal isn't to overdo it. Just one small spoonful of raw honey each day is enough to support the body. With turmeric, the magic is in consistency and pairing it with the right allies. The key takeaway is this: healing with turmeric isn't just about adding it to your diet, it's about adding it the right way. When you use pure, raw honey instead of processed alternatives, you're not just sweetening your drink or treat, you're giving your body what it truly needs to absorb and activate turmeric's full potential. For older adults looking for gentle, reliable ways to stay well, this small change can create a meaningful shift. Not overnight, but steadily, naturally, and with real results. If you found these insights valuable, let me know by commenting yes below. Your thoughts matter, and I'd love to hear from you. 3. Healthy fats, the essential key to unlock curcumin. Here's a fact that surprises many people. Curcumin, the powerful compound in turmeric that's praised for easing inflammation, supporting joints, and boosting brain function, cannot be properly absorbed by the body without fat. That's right. No matter how pure your turmeric is, no matter how faithfully you take it, if you're not pairing it with the right kind of healthy fat, most of it goes to waste. This small detail often gets overlooked, especially by older adults who are doing their best to eat clean, watch cholesterol, and limit their fat intake. But when it comes to turmeric, fat isn't the enemy, it's the key. Curcumin is fat-soluble, which means it needs to be dissolved in fat in order to pass through the gut lining and into the bloodstream where it can do its work. Without that fat, even the highest quality turmeric can't fully reach the places in your body that need healing. Many seniors, unknowingly, mix turmeric into plain water or add it to low-fat meals, and then wonder why their joint pain isn't improving or their energy still feels sluggish. The science is clear. A 2017 study published in Nutrition Journal found that curcumin's bioavailability increased significantly when taken with dietary fats, particularly oils rich in medium-chain triglycerides like coconut oil. The solution is simple and natural. Include a small amount of healthy fat each time you use turmeric. This doesn't mean overhauling your diet or loading up on heavy foods. It can be as easy as adding a teaspoon of extra virgin olive oil to your turmeric tea, blending a bit of coconut oil into your golden milk, or cooking turmeric with eggs and avocado in the morning. Unsweetened almond, oat, or coconut milk, used as a base for a warm turmeric drink, also provide the fat your body needs to absorb curcumin effectively, while keeping your meal light and nourishing. The mistake many people make, especially those trying to manage weight or heart health, is avoiding all fats altogether. But not all fats are harmful. Natural fats from plants like olive oil, avocado, or coconut don't just help with turmeric absorption. They also support brain health, maintain energy levels, and help stabilize mood, which becomes especially important as we age. These fats are part of what makes an anti-inflammatory lifestyle sustainable and effective, not something to be feared or avoided. So if you've been using turmeric for weeks or even months without noticing real changes, this might be the missing piece. A small drizzle of oil, a spoonful of healthy fat, could be what turns a routine into a remedy. Aging well isn't about doing more, it's about doing things smarter. When you understand how your body works and give it what it truly needs, healing becomes possible in ways that feel both gentle and powerful. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Have you been adding turmeric to your routine? And if so, have you been including any healthy fats with it? Let me know in the comments. What changes have you felt? Or what questions do you still have? Your experience could help someone else who's trying to figure it all out, just like you once were. In Part 2, we'll explore the 3 foods seniors should never combine with turmeric, and the reasons might surprise you. 1. Processed dairy, the creamy culprit blocking your turmeric. Here's something few people realize. The kind of milk you drink could be quietly canceling out the benefits of turmeric. This is especially important for seniors who rely on turmeric for joint support, inflammation relief, and cognitive health. You might be doing everything right, taking turmeric daily, maybe even combining it with black pepper and healthy fats. But if you're mixing it with processed dairy, you could be blocking its absorption entirely. It's a hidden trap that catches many health-conscious older adults off guard. Scientific understanding backs this up. A study published in the Journal of Agricultural and Food Chemistry showed that certain proteins and additives in cow's milk can bind with curcumin, the active compound in turmeric, and significantly reduce its bioavailability. In other words, your body has a much harder time absorbing and using curcumin when it's combined with processed dairy. Not only that, but the emulsifiers, sweeteners, and preservatives in many dairy products can trigger additional inflammation, the very thing you're trying to fight by taking turmeric in the first place. Take Grace, a 69-year-old retired teacher who started each morning with a turmeric latte made with cow's milk and a sprinkle of cinnamon. She'd read about turmeric's benefits and was hopeful it would help ease her stiff knees and reduce her reliance on pain medication. But after 2 months, nothing had changed. Frustrated but determined, she did a little digging and learned that processed dairy, especially shelf-stable creamers, flavored yogurts, and even standard supermarket milk, can interfere with curcumin's absorption. She switched to unsweetened almond milk, kept the rest of her routine the same, and within 3 weeks, noticed a clear difference. Her joints felt more mobile, her mornings less painful. What seemed like a small change turned out to be a key breakthrough. This kind of shift isn't just anecdotal, it's rooted in the body's chemistry. Processed dairy products often contain casein, a protein that interacts negatively with curcumin. They're also typically heat-treated and filled with additives to prolong shelf life, which further reduce their nutritional value and increase their inflammatory potential. It's a double hit. Not only does dairy block turmeric from doing its job, it can also stir up the very discomfort you're trying to relieve. In contrast, plant-based milks, such as almond, oat, or coconut milk, don't contain casein or added chemicals that disrupt turmeric's effect. When warmed gently and blended with turmeric, a dash of black pepper, and a bit of coconut oil, these milks create a golden latte that not only tastes comforting, but actually works to support the body's healing process. You don't have to give up flavor or comfort. You just have to make a smarter choice. Many older adults are conditioned to believe that dairy is essential for bone strength or daily nutrition. And while dairy can have its place, the highly processed forms found in many modern diets are far from natural and often do more harm than good when paired with healing foods like turmeric. The body becomes more sensitive with age, and subtle interactions between food and supplements can make all the difference in how we feel day to day. The good news is this: you don't need to give up your routines. You just need to upgrade them. Swapping cow's milk for a natural plant-based option might seem like a small act, but for many, it becomes the turning point in their turmeric journey. And once you start feeling the difference in your joints, your digestion, your energy, you'll know it was worth it. If you found these insights valuable, let me know by commenting yes below. Your thoughts matter, and I'd love to hear from you. 2. Vinegar-heavy foods, the acid that breaks turmeric down. Have you ever added turmeric to your salad, thinking you were doing something good for your body, only to feel like nothing really changed? It might surprise you, but the culprit could be sitting right in your salad dressing. Vinegar-heavy foods, though often labeled as healthy, can quietly interfere with turmeric's benefits in ways most people don't expect, especially for older adults who rely on turmeric for pain relief, inflammation control, or brain support. This is a detail that matters more than you might think. Here's why. Turmeric's powerful compound, curcumin, is extremely sensitive to its environment. It needs stability to survive the digestive journey and reach the bloodstream. But when it's combined with strong acids, like vinegar, especially white vinegar or vinegar-based sauces, curcumin can break down before your body even has a chance to use it. Dr. Lauren Myers, a functional medicine practitioner, explains, acidic environments can destabilize curcumin, reducing its bioavailability. The benefits are still there, but they can be lost if paired with the wrong ingredients. Linda, 65, found this out the hard way. She had committed to a healthier lifestyle after her retirement and was determined to manage her joint inflammation naturally. Every day, she prepped bright, colorful salads with turmeric sprinkled on top, thinking she was giving her body a golden boost. But her dressings, often based in balsamic or white vinegar, were undermining her efforts. When a friend suggested she try switching to a homemade lemon juice and olive oil mix, she was hesitant. Vinegar had always been her go-to. But after a couple of weeks, she noticed a subtle shift. Her knees didn't ache as much in the morning, and her digestion felt smoother. That small change made all the difference. The problem is that most of us have been taught to believe that vinegar is always good, used for weight loss, blood sugar control, and gut health. But when it comes to turmeric, too much acidity can do more harm than good. This is especially true in processed marinades, pickled vegetables, and store-bought salad dressings, where vinegar is not only strong, but often paired with preservatives and sugar. These combinations create a harsh environment in the stomach that curcumin can't survive. Fortunately, the fix is simple and doesn't require you to give up flavor. Swapping vinegar for diluted lemon juice, or even just using extra virgin olive oil with herbs, can help create a dressing that supports turmeric rather than fighting it. The body responds better to gentle combinations, especially as we age and our digestive systems become more sensitive. Turmeric doesn't need a lot. It just needs the right partners to work effectively. Many seniors are looking for natural ways to stay mobile, clear-minded, and comfortable in their own bodies. It's frustrating when you're making a genuine effort, only to have something so small sabotage your results. But that's why knowledge is power. Once you understand how curcumin reacts, you can make smarter, easier choices that bring real change. Have you been adding turmeric to your meals but still feel like it's not making much of a difference? Take a closer look at what you're pairing it with, especially in your dressings and sauces. Let me know in the comments if you've had any surprises like Linda's, or if you have questions about how to tweak your routine for better results. Your story might be the insight someone else needs to finally see progress. 3. Refined sugar, the sweet saboteur that fights turmeric. What if the very thing you're eating with turmeric, the thing you thought was helping, was quietly working against it? This is the case with refined sugar, one of the most common ingredients in modern diets, and one of the biggest threats to turmeric's healing potential. For older adults trying to manage chronic inflammation, joint pain, or age-related decline naturally, this is more than just a nutritional detail. It's a fundamental roadblock to progress. Turmeric is well known for its powerful anti-inflammatory properties, thanks to curcumin, its most active compound. That's why so many seniors turn to it as a natural ally in the fight against arthritis, fatigue, and even brain fog. But refined sugar, found in more foods than we often realize, creates the exact opposite effect in the body. It fuels inflammation, disrupts metabolic balance, and puts added stress on joints, blood vessels, and organs. When these two opposites meet in your digestive system, sugar doesn't just blunt turmeric's effects, it can actively reverse them. Dr. Elaine Porter, a nutritional inflammation specialist, explains it clearly. You can't reduce inflammation while constantly feeding it. Sugar is pro-inflammatory by nature. If you're using turmeric but still eating high-sugar foods, you're essentially putting out a fire with one hand and pouring gasoline on it with the other. This dynamic explains why so many people feel disappointed after weeks or months of faithfully adding turmeric to their diets, whether in smoothies, teas, or even baked goods. The issue isn't with the turmeric, it's with the sugary context in which it's being used. A 2018 study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that even moderate consumption of refined sugar led to increased markers of inflammation in older adults, including C-reactive protein, which is directly linked to chronic diseases like arthritis and heart disease. And yet, sugar sneaks into foods marketed as healthy every day. Breakfast cereals, protein bars, granola mixes, baked goods labeled with buzzwords like natural or gluten-free. Many people trying to eat well unknowingly consume these products, unaware that their turmeric-infused muffin or golden smoothie is packed with added syrup or cane sugar. The problem is especially tricky for seniors who are doing their best to live healthier. After decades of habits and advertising that framed sugar as harmless or even energizing, it's hard to break the association between sweet and good. Add to that the emotional comfort of sugary foods and the fact that metabolism slows with age, and you have a perfect storm where inflammation builds quietly over time, despite honest efforts to reduce it. But there's good news. You don't have to give up sweetness to support turmeric's benefits. The solution lies in smarter, more thoughtful substitutions. Switching from refined sugar to natural sweeteners like raw honey or pure maple syrup, used sparingly, can satisfy your cravings without sparking inflammation. Choosing whole grains like steel-cut oats or baked goods made from almond or whole wheat flour helps stabilize blood sugar and reduces the inflammatory load on your body. These adjustments don't feel like deprivation, they feel like taking control. Turmeric works best in an environment that supports it. Stable, nourishing, low in processed ingredients. When you strip away refined sugar and build meals around whole, clean foods, turmeric doesn't have to fight uphill. It can do what it was meant to do: soothe, repair, and protect. For those in their 60s, 70s, and beyond, this kind of conscious eating is more than a trend. It's a way to reclaim energy, reduce pain, and feel more in sync with your own body again. The bottom line is simple. If you're using turmeric for its anti-inflammatory powers, refined sugar has no place in that equation. It's not about being perfect. It's about being aware and making consistent, manageable choices that let turmeric actually help you, not fight a losing battle. Small changes, made intentionally, are often what deliver the deepest, most lasting results. When turmeric still doesn't work, what to check and fix. Sometimes, even when you've done everything right, added turmeric to your daily routine, paired it with black pepper, used healthy fats, avoided processed dairy and sugar, you still don't feel the difference you were hoping for. This can be frustrating, especially for older adults who turn to turmeric as a gentle, natural way to ease inflammation and support their health. But the truth is, when turmeric seems like it's not working, it doesn't always mean it's failing. Often, it just means a few important pieces of the puzzle still need attention. First, there's the matter of time. Unlike painkillers that act quickly, turmeric works gradually. It supports the body's healing from the inside out, building up its anti-inflammatory effects day by day. For most people, especially seniors with long-term issues, it takes at least 2 to 4 weeks of consistent use before the benefits begin to surface. Expecting overnight relief sets us up for disappointment. Turmeric isn't a quick fix. It's a quiet helper that rewards patience. Then there's dosage. A tiny sprinkle of turmeric in your soup or tea isn't enough to deliver therapeutic results. For real impact, your body needs around 500 to 1,000 milligrams of curcumin a day, paired with piperine from black pepper to help with absorption. Many people unknowingly take far less than this, making it nearly impossible for turmeric to work at the level they need. Timing also plays a role. Taking turmeric on an empty stomach or without any fat can mean your body simply doesn't absorb it well. Since curcumin is fat-soluble, it needs to be consumed with a little healthy fat like olive oil, coconut milk, or avocado, so your digestive system can transport it properly into your bloodstream. Without this support, turmeric often just passes through the body unused. And sometimes, the body's condition itself affects how turmeric works. For individuals with underlying health issues, such as liver disease, gallstones, or those on blood thinners, turmeric may interact differently. In some cases, it may even be unsuitable unless supervised by a healthcare provider. If results are lacking or side effects appear, it's important to step back and consider whether an existing condition or medication is interfering. Finally, it's easy to forget that turmeric is not a miracle cure. It's a supportive tool. Its job isn't to mask symptoms, but to help the body repair itself slowly, gently, over time. Setting realistic expectations makes a world of difference. Feeling frustrated too soon can lead to giving up just before the real benefits begin. One helpful practice for anyone unsure about turmeric's impact is to keep a simple 14-day health journal. Write down what you eat when you take turmeric, how you feel in the morning, and any small shifts in energy, mood, or pain levels. Often patterns begin to emerge that show whether you're on the right path, or highlight areas where small changes could make a big difference. In the end, turmeric's power doesn't lie in the spice alone. It comes from how you understand it, use it, and commit to it. Healing isn't always loud or immediate, but with the right approach, it can be real and lasting. So now you know, turmeric isn't just about taking a golden powder and hoping for the best. It's about what you pair it with and what you avoid along the way. The right foods can unlock its healing power, while the wrong ones can quietly undo your efforts. Your health is worth more than guesswork. You deserve to feel strong, mobile, and clear every single day. So take this knowledge, use it, and give your body the chance to heal from the inside out. If this video helped you, hit that subscribe button and tap the bell so you never miss another tip made just for you. Let's age smarter, with purpose and with power. You've got this, and I'm right here with you.